Please stop bashing on your competitor and telling your YouTube friends to comment. Hey guys, how's it going? Thank you guys for over 3,500 subscribers. Yo, that's amazing. And if you guys have been here for a while, you guys do know that I've been taking a part of this competition called iChooseToDrive.com, in which I made a PSA about distracted driving, and it's pretty cool, so make sure to check it out and vote for me if you can. It'd be sweet if you could share it with your friends and family. It's a pretty good message, and if I do win $1,000, and that would actually pay for a plane ticket to go see my grandma. I actually want to make a little documentary for her because she's not doing too well and she lived throughout World War II, and it would be something really great for my family. And you can vote as many times as you wish. Other than that, I've actually got kind of triggered recently because some sketchy stuff has been happening, and this is more of like a defense for myself. So in a nutshell, this one group that has a video called Numbers, they actually go to my school. Sean and Danny are the two group members, and we'll start back at the beginning of the week. So on Monday, Danny and Sean, the two group members, they straight up came up to me and told me that, hey, we're gonna stop voting because, yo, we can't catch up with you, you know, just a bunch of this stuff. And I was like, yo, sorry, I'm gonna keep on voting, sharing my vid, doing what I can because I cannot take that risk. And in my mind, I thought they just wanted me to do that so like I wouldn't like vote as much, so they could just catch up a lot like on that last week of voting. It kind of makes sense because the more votes you put in the system, the less each is worth. Anyhow, the next day, they posted this comment right here. Now, they directed that comment straight towards me. Now, I'm gonna read the comment, but I'm gonna say a few things right before it. They made it insanely long. They posted it literally the day after they said that they stopped voting, which felt so sketchy because I don't understand why they would just stop voting. And on top of that, they addressed it to me, yet they still didn't give it to me. They didn't contact me. They didn't talk to me in person. They didn't email it. They straight up gave it to the people at Cox. And I was lucky enough to find it just a few days ago. When was it? Like Thursday night? I just find it so disgusting that they would write something like that because they completely stretched the truth. They completely added accusations and just a bunch of nonsense. And I mainly think it's because in some of my streams I did mention how 3 of the 5 finalist winners did actually operate a vehicle while looking off the road, you know, making it look like they were texting or driving, you know what I mean. And I think they got really triggered, so they wanted to attack me so they could still potentially win. So the comment says this. So addresses it to me, creator of the video, just the basics, with the most sincere respect from an honest person to person. Honest. Please stop bashing on your competitor and telling your YouTube friends to comment messages of hate and incorrect knowledge. I never told anybody to write hate. No hate. You guys have, and I'm directing this to mainly them, but none of the finalist winners have had intention of putting hate. We all had good intentions. I just mentioned how 3 of those videos were breaking one of the rules by operating a vehicle and, you know, like looking off the road, so being distracted, which is kind of contradictory against what this whole message is about, because like we're supposed to promote safety of driving and show the dangers of distracted driving. In fact, if you really want to go to the stage of wrongfulness and unrighteousness, we have video proof of you telling your live streamers that you wanted them to send emails to the people of I Choose to Drive competition that we were texting and driving when we were not in the first place, and you also stated that you wanted to get us disqualified. Wow. Okay, I will admit, I did live stream, and I did tell people about them texting and driving, operating a vehicle, and it's against the rules, you guys. It's against the rules. And plus, they have the guts to say that they didn't do it. And look at this clip. Don't tell me that they didn't drive a vehicle one-handed and looked off the road like if they were texting. They weren't texting, but they were looking down at their phone. Not only did you state this, but you also had the decency to tell your viewers not to tell the officials of I Choose to Drive competition that you had anything to do with the intent of the complaint. I'm complaining about this right now. Since you are such a distraction to your fellow competitors and you also want to make false claims on our video, I would like to inform you that the person that was the main character of our film wasn't actually texting and we were in a safe environment. Oh, sorry. I'm making the false claims and you guys aren't actually texting and driving. Oh, well, you were in a safe environment too? Let's see, you didn't have a permit. You were filming that in public. Even if it was just a parking lot, you were still breaking the rules because you were operating that vehicle while looking down. And that video is not the only video. There's 2 others. Like I said again, I know their intent is supposed to be good. I understand that. I just made that in my live stream. I was like, yo, I was salty about that. I was salty about them actually doing that because it kind of goes against what this whole purpose is. Since you want to report us so badly, luckily we have video evidence of you on your live stream stating this evil and demonizing. Okay, all these adjectives, they took so much time. I live streamed literally a week before they posted this. Now think about that. Why would they take so long to reply to that? They didn't even contact me. They took a week to make that? On top of that, I know some people, and they actually have the same class as them. And they were talking about how they were taking their time to make this fancy as if a lawyer was to make this so they could try to get me disqualified. I didn't do anything bad. And again, I think this all boils down to them being salty about how they could get disqualified for actually operating a vehicle. And looking now, of getting us disqualified and reporting us, and our evidence shall defend our case and potentially put your video entry disqualified for causing a hostile environment to your fellow competitor and much more. What did I do? Legit, what did I do? I've legit been sharing the heck out of this video, and I couldn't have done this without you. I couldn't have gotten this far. I'm not that popular kid at school. I've been telling a bunch of classes at my school to vote and to check out my video and to share it with all their friends and stuff, but I can't do that much by myself. Thank you for taking the time to read this, and hopefully you learn from this gutless and coward mistake that I pray will never happen to another competitor ever with this competition. And due to these false acquisitions, we must report you to the officials and expose the video to the officials in order to defend ourselves. P.S. We already knew of bashful, backstabbing, devious plans you made before the hatred comment we sent out. We didn't want to go to this level degree, but unfortunately we must. Not only did you state in your live stream that our video showed people actually texting driving, which was a false claim. We didn't text and drive, by the way, if I didn't make myself clear enough. But you said some other competitors were texting and driving also, and I don't see any negative intentions toward their video ratings. I have come to the conclusion from the evidence I have listed above that you just want to bash your competitor who is actually putting up a close fight with your votes and ratings of the video, and your only focus is you winning the money, which you obviously sought to lose focus of the point of this competition. This is so wrong on so many levels. Not only are they making accusations of me and just stretching everything out, they're making me seem so negative when I'm trying to spread positivity all over my channel. Plus, they have the decency to say that I lost focus of the competition and I only want the money. Well, first of all, it is a competition. We kind of all want the money. I mean, even that group, when I asked them what they were gonna do with the money, they said they were just gonna share it half and half. They have 10 other people in the video. I mean, at least give them some compensation. That being said, I've been doing YouTube for the past 2 years. I haven't made 1 cent. I've made hundreds of videos. I do it for the pure love and enjoyment of this. This experience is so mind-blowing and it's been a great time. This isn't even a defense for themselves. It's more of an attack because they didn't make any valid point. Never accused them of doing anything besides like looking down at their phone, which I mean, I guess they could get disqualified. Yeah, it all boils down to that. It all boils down to that. But like I said, yeah, I didn't put any negative intentions for that. I never told people to be negative about it. I clearly said in my live streams over and over and over again that share my video, vote for it, you know, make sure everyone you know sees it. Oh, and this really triggered me. When you sought to lose focus of the point of this competition. Think about that. I've been sharing non-stop. I have friends, a bunch of social influencer friends. My boy Steven Van, Bonik, Volok, Ariane Rofi, Bargon, NFA, all my YouTube friends. Legit everybody, we've all been sharing the heck. We have people around the globe seeing this video. We have people around the globe voting. It's coming to a point where like people have been doing live streams for me, like voting. It's amazing. It really is. When I see that, I'm just kind of mind blown because of course, yeah, I do want to win. I have my motivation to win. I really want to go see my grandma. And if I win that money, it'll help me so much. But I just hate how they're accusing me for stuff that isn't even true. Now, I personally replied to them and they recently just replied back legit like 45 minutes ago. And they replied saying this. First of all, I want to address that neither me or Danny have ever used bots. Now, when I replied, I did mention all the points I recently made, but I also added bots because what happened in class was they were all voting and taking a bunch of the computers and just like vote, vote, vote. I heard them talking about, you know, using bots, and actually Sean and Danny said that they didn't want to do that because they want to stay clean. Then I overheard them talking about how they could use it against me because that could get me disqualified. But again, I didn't like emphasize on that. I just mentioned that because it's something that I heard and it kind of scared me. And like I said, this competition is getting so sketchy and out of hand. It's crazy what they're trying to do to win. And then they replied, first of all, I want to address that neither me or Danny have ever used bots or even had the intention of doing so. It seems so apparent that even though me and you have talked and I specifically said none of us were using bots, you still want to state that we are using bots. On the other hand, you just put your foot in your mouth again when you said you have recorded conversations of us on school grounds without our consent. This is illegal, my friend, and you can get in a large amount of trouble. Also, please don't respond to this comment addressing of recording of our video because you released that out to the public on YouTube. Next, as I have said many times before, we were never texting and driving, and if that wasn't enough for you to classify it as safe, we were in a safe location. How do you think filmmakers make movies with car scenes without a green screen? Did it ever cross your mind that if the deciders of the finalists didn't think our video promoted safety, they wouldn't even make our video a finalist? Not only is this a slap in the face to my group, but it's disrespectful towards the deciders of the finalists because apparently you don't think they understand what safe driving is. There's so much nonsense that was in that comment. Okay, first, I wasn't recording them, their faces. I recorded their audio of the classroom because I don't have any special mics. I didn't put it right up close to them. I was recording the classroom, and that was only my last resort, like if I would need to use it. And if I do need to use it, I will use it. Second of all, if you go to school, you probably have signed a media release form in which we can record you. And I mean, on top of that, I'm using that to protect myself. I've never released any of that footage, but if I do need to, I will do it. Another thing, like I said before, I didn't accuse them of using bots. I said that it was like suspicious because like I overheard them talking about it. So it's a possibility. I never said that they're using it. It just scares me. When you're in a competition and the other guys want to use bots against you to maybe like disqualify you, I think that's pretty sketchy. I think that's wrong. And I really hate the level of how this is going. Like this competition's getting really out of hand. And I mean, third of all, they're always going back to the live stream. I didn't say anything harmful. I was just pointing out that they were actually driving, operating a vehicle while looking down like distracted on their phone. Again, it boils down to that. They're just so salty about that. They don't want to accept the fact that they could get disqualified for that. Oh, and by the way, how do filmmakers record outside without green screens? Oh, maybe they have a permit. Maybe all that stage. Maybe they get stunt people and cars just to get crashed. Also, have you ever been to Universal Studios? They do a lot of CG too. And also, how are you accusing me of being disrespectful to the deciders? I've just been following the rules and you're accusing me of offending them and your group. I do see how it could be offending your group, but I'm not spreading any negativity. I'm not telling anybody to put negative vibes towards that because I know you have good intentions. I know that. And you guys know that I know that. I've realized something from all of this. They took their time writing these messages. They put so many descriptive words and adjectives that made it seem believable. They tried putting evidence so it could be fancy and sound like a lawyer would do it. In fact, you know, I have witnesses. I have people that overheard them in their classes. In classes that I don't have, but they do. It's coming to a point where they're trying to do whatever they can so I won't win, you know? And one thing I just don't understand is why would they lie to me in my face? On Monday, they told me they're not gonna vote and they couldn't catch up, and I knew that wasn't true. I knew it. But why would they tell me that and then the next day send that hateful comment that attacked me? Why can't they talk to my face? Why can't they send me anything through email? Why can't they just talk over this? I know it's an attack. I know it's supposed to go against me. They're trying to direct it towards me, but it's actually for the people of Cox. They want me disqualified. I know that. I know that their plan is just to demonize me and just stretch the truth and put a bunch of accusations. It seems more like they're losing the sight of all this, even though I'm still trying to push to share this video. And in fact, we have a small community. We don't have hundreds and hundreds of thousands of subscribers, but you guys are from around the globe. We have people in Canada, UK, Australia, everywhere, and you guys have been voting a lot, and it's really been helping me. You guys have been sharing the video to your friends and teachers, and it's been crazy. So no matter how much they try to bring me down with all this, I know that we're powerful enough to get through this and clean without doing any of this sketchy stuff, without having to, and always like I said, do not send any hate. To the people watching, do not try to put hateful comments onto these guys. They do have good intention. If you guys made it so here, please share this with your friends. Share this with your family. Vote for me. You can vote as many times as you wish. You could share the vid as much as you want. Heck, if you want to vote and then share the video to your friends. Anyways, this was a great way for me to vent all this because it's really getting to me on a personal level right now. They're probably going to respond again, but I'm just sick of writing a bunch of emails and a bunch of comments about all this. But I like talking about it in person. I find it sick. Just feel like I took out a huge load. You guys will support me till the end of this competition. The deadline of this competition is April 23rd at midnight. So let's keep up the grind and just share this as much as possible. Peace.